Bitcoin melts down below 60K. Since then, we've been able to rally back up above 70K. Is this a real rally or just a dead cat bounce before we get to lower levels? Let's find out. Welcome back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now, it's about 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time. The price of Bitcoin is currently at 70,300. And before we do the top-down analysis, I want to give you guys this winning trade. Before any patterns, I told you guys if we lose this 100 moving average, we're going to be going down to the 200 moving average eventually. I honestly did not think it was going to be so fast. From the 100 moving average at 87,000 all the way to basically, let's call it 60K, that's a $27,000 move. So congratulations on whoever took that trade. That's a gigantic win for the FlexCandle community. Also, about a day or two ago, I put on this head and shoulder pattern, and I was telling you guys we already broke the neckline when we broke down from that bear flag I gave you guys previously, and I told you this has the measure move possibly to take us down to about 29,750, around there, below 30K. But if you guys look at the measured move, we pretty much already did half of the measured move. So that's another winning trade on whoever took that head and shoulder pattern. If you guys are lost in the process of trading and you're not sure how to create patterns, you're not sure where to take profits, when to get in, check out the FlexCandle beginner course where you learn to read the candles and flex the moves. Right now, for a limited time, I have it at a 50% discount. Check out the link in the description and get your digital course today. We're here on the weekly. This candle closes in the next 2 days and 3 hours. We have a large wick right now. We were able to rebound back up, and we made it, I believe, to about 71,000 and change today. So that's a gigantic move back up. If someone caught the bottom, that's about an $11,000 move or so, maybe even 12,000. Now the stochastic still appeared to roll over. We got close to the 200 moving average. Now you guys know that I've been telling you guys, when we get into a bear market, we usually get below the 200 moving average. So I don't think that this could be the low as of yet. We are very far away from the 21 moving average at 97,200. So I think that here we might stall out, maybe go sideways here, maybe come back up to this 100 moving average and wait for this 21 moving average to break down even more. And then maybe from there, we could continue coming down. Again, this is not guaranteed, but this is what has happened in prior bear markets. And so far, since we lost this 50 moving average, that has happened pretty much to the T. Now, I didn't expect us to get to this 200 moving average so quickly. So I'm thinking, is it possible that maybe this bear market is not going to take as long and maybe it could be shorter? I'm expecting us to hit the real bottom possibly by October. But I've also said on this channel that I also think maybe something could happen in May. But I still think we would have to go below the 200 moving average, and maybe we just get down to about 40K, 45K, maybe we stay in the low 50s. But again, the measured move to this head and shoulder pattern does take us below 30K. So this is also a possibility, and this is already played out halfway here. Now, if we do wick back up, remember guys, when there's a wick, we usually come down to eat it again. Let me show you the perfect example here. Let's take a look at Cardano, and this was in October 10th where everything started falling down. We were pretty much like around 69, 70 cents, and we got flushed all the way down to about 27 cents. And I told you guys, when there's a wick like this, we usually go back down to eat it, and it took a lot of weeks, but look, we finally came down and ate up the whole wick. Take a look at it in the daily. Look how many days this took, pretty much from October all the way till now, and we finally ate that wick, even went below it. So the same thing could happen here on the weekly chart for Bitcoin. If this ends up being a gigantic wick, this is where I'm telling you we could go sideways, wait for the 21 moving average to catch up to price, and then we'll come back to eat that wick and then possibly go lower. Now, I was also telling you guys on the 3-day chart, once we lost this 200 moving average, then the next thing would be the 4-day. Once we lose the 4-day, then it'll be the 5-day. As you can see, we lost the 5-day moving average. Once we lose the 5-day, then it's the 6-day, and we close a little bit below it. Now we're starting to rally up. Maybe we could get some tweezer bottoms here. Like I said, we are far away from the 21 moving average. Once you lose the 6-day moving average, then it is the weekly. We didn't touch it exactly. We got like right before touching it because it's at 58,084. In some exchanges, Bitcoin did go down to about 59,000 and change, but it didn't hit exactly 60K, like it says here on TradingView. So that's something to keep in mind. So on the 3-day chart, stochastics look like we want to reset here, but we still have 2 days and 3 hours before this candle closes again. We could close tweezer bottoms here. We are far away from the 21 moving average. I've been saying this for days, but they just kept on dropping us down. I think now is probably when we're going to make a rally back up. On the daily chart, stochastics are starting to point up. The RSI is pointing up. We got out of this black abyss here, and we're back above this dotted line. We need to get above 50 on the RSI. Now, the 21 moving average here is at 84,137. I do see us possibly with resistance at 74K, even at 75K, at 77K. I would really like to get above 80K. If we could get above 80K, then we'll talk about if we could get to about 84K or higher. Now, on the 22-hour chart, stochastics are pointing up. So everything's indicating we're going to get some type of move up. Remember, the markets cannot go down forever. They cannot go up forever. And the last 2 days, we've been going down a lot for a long time. And we hit levels that no one really expected us to hit that quickly. On the 12-hour chart, you can see we already got 2 green candles. We're starting to V-shape recover here. 21 moving average here is at 78,000. We take a look at the 4-hour chart. We're still below the 21 moving average. We got so low that we're still below the 21. The 21 is currently at 71,078. We got rejected from there at the moment. Stochastics are starting to get a little toppy. The RSI was not able to get above 50. What we need to do is get above this 200 moving average. That's currently at 87,000. If we get rejected from this 21 moving average, we could see more downside, but maybe we stay above 65K this time. On the 1-hour chart, stochastics are also toppy. We managed to get above the 21 and the 50, but we're getting rejection here from the 80 moving average at 71. There's hard resistance here at 71K. The 200 moving average is at 76. This will be key to break this. Right now, we're kind of flagging out a little bit. Maybe we could be doing some type of inverted head and shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and this could break us back up above 75, 76K. And on the 15-minute chart, we got a double bottom here on the stochastics RSI. We are above the 50 on the RSI. We got the 21 moving average crossing the 200 moving average. That's bullish. And we're starting to flag out here a little bit. This looks like we could be making our way up here. We're kind of flagging out. Let's see if this does play out. Now, in order for this to play out, we have to stay above this 200 moving average. Do we lose the 200 moving average at 68,409? We're probably going to go lower, but the stochastics are reset is looking nice. This will probably give us this whole measured move if we can make it back up, and let's see where that takes us. So this will take us back up to about 75K, which is where I'm telling you there should be some type of resistance here. So this might be the next move, us going to about 75K. I could see some rejection there. Maybe, you know, we'll play between 70 and 75K. As long as we can hold 70K, we're doing pretty good. If we lose 70K, then we fall back into that 60K abyss where we'll range between 60K and 70K. We need to maintain strength above 70K, so now we could play between 70 and 80K. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.